makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. More than our ever. Ever after work is over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Make us stronger, do it longer, make us better. Ooh, do it well.
You whisper in my ear the things you wanna feel. I'll give you anything to feel it coming. Do you wake up on your own or wonder where you are and live with all your faults? I wanna wake up where you are. I won't say anything at all, so why don't you slide? Don't you love the life you killed? The priest is on the phone. Your father hit the wall. Your mom disowned you. I don't suppose I'll ever know what it means to be a man, or something I can just change. I live around it. I wanna wake up where you are. I won't say anything at all, so why don't you slide?
Good morning, grasshoppers. Looking at the damage from yesterday, I did 354 exercises, lost almost 200 rating points. Obviously, I'm not on my game at the moment, tactically. But we will be working on it. There is no doubt about it. And we are just 3 minutes away from our Luděk Pachman's birthday. Luděk Pachman, by the way, is pretty much responsible for much of my chess development. He wrote a series of books on complete chess strategy, among other books. He's a great instructional writer. West German Grandmaster. I always knew him as a Czechoslovakian.
Unknown Plapla01
said, hello.
Good morning, Unplay. How are you, man? Just looking at this. First as a communist and later a staunch anti-communist.
Unknown Plapla01
said, am fine Wab2.
So far so good, yeah. The theory of modern chess, Pachman considered modern chess strategy. It is in 3 volumes, by the way. 3 volumes. It is certainly a great training set. Complete chess strategy. The Dover edition is a compilation of the 3 volumes. They're missing volume 3 here. And they are only referring to the Cornerstone library. And I have the 3 volume set in hardcover. Let's see if I have it on these shelves. But in any event, Pachman and his modern chess strategy, Chess Endings for the Practical Player, the last work that appears to be published. But we are just a minute away from our event. Good luck, sir.
Good luck for the TMT.
Nick Benchlin
said, is it true Magnus hates American players like Hans Wesley so Bobby Fischer?
No, that's not true. He holds many American players like Bobby Fischer in high esteem. Hate is quite a strong word. I don't know that I would use that word. That is, I mean, it's a tough call whether or not you could say that word in any respect, because that implies an expenditure of emotion that most chess players aren't really willing to give, right, Nick? How are you doing, by the way? Where are you from? Certainly, he did not like the arrogance with which Hans dispatched him, and I actually remember playing in an event shortly before the Hans episode, and I was in the zone, and I was just so cautious, and I was like, and when you're in the zone in chess, I mean...
said, Hong Kong, the Philippines, I am biased for Wesley so...
Well, then I understand your sensitivity toward this, because certain players, let's just say, don't necessarily... Alright, let's turn the tables on this fellow. Good morning, Mr. Nicodemus. Aha!
Nick Benchlin
said,
we are about...
LOLK, thanks.
Well, you know what? Let's consider what we're up to here. We've got a center pawn for our bishop pair. And I believe we're about to get rid of... I haven't actually looked into this. This is a line that Nicodemonius, aka Nicodem, suggested yesterday. I guess he hasn't prepared against knight f3 for as long as he's taking. And we're going to use this opportunity to break in the center. If at all possible. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? Ooh, that smell. And now, for something completely different. What do we wish to do to our opponent here? I guess I was planning on doing the same thing to him, to be honest. This is the plan that I had for him. Takes. No, I like my knight on d4 too much. On e5 too much. Dum 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 da 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 dum dum. Interesting. What to do about this fellow? We have an isolated d-pawn. It deserves to be shoved.
Lacodeemonius
said, "Good morning."
Good morning, Nico. How are you, man? Check. Takes, check. Nah, it's too uncertain. We have a little bit of a theoretical battle going here, that much is certain. So now, what do we have for it? You can even hear the music at night. They just keep on looking to the east. We're gonna have to keep on developing our pieces appropriately. However, appropriately we can. Now there seems to be something wrong with this picture. What could it be? now, capture, capture. Moment of truth.
Darkblade 512
said, passing in to say hi
I
while
lost
being
on time.
suffocated by basic circuit theory.
Basic circuit theory? Are you studying, eh? Nice job, Nico. Let's take a look at that opening again. I actually liked my position. I don't necessarily know that it was anything more than equal. So knight takes e5. Black is ahead a full pawn.
Said, wrong person.
Darkblade? Sorry. Sorry, Darkblade. Are you involved in your studies, sir? Knight to e4. c5, c4, takes. So queen takes b7 was way too greedy. How am I supposed to take advantage of this? f5 is the move that I considered. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely considered f5. Fine. And I planned on doing it again here.
Nicodemonius.
f5 here,
Said,
but the knight is now weak.
Pretty equal.
So bishop to e5. Yep. Fairly equal. Nicely done, sir. I still think that the original method of developing the bishop without a loss of time is the simplest.
Nicodemonius
said, and are the biggest advantages we had.
Yep. I definitely blundered my way through that one. But I can't move fast in the morning. Definitely need to finish a full cup of coffee before I play, for example. Logic is streaming as well as the Well-Heeled King. That is great to see. I haven't seen that in some time. Let's give both of them a shout out. It's unfortunate that these custom commands don't give it the same pinning. Or maybe it's appropriate to save the pinning for actual raids.
Nicodemonius
said, well, it's always good to get a first game against you.
Exactly. And that was a decent one too, compared to the ones that we've had before. 89 to 28. Better than 4 to 1. Which does not really accurately represent our disparity in strength, or does it? 300 points out of 4? Yeah, I guess so. In theory, I'm supposed to win 3 out of 4. So you're way ahead of the game, sir. Way ahead. Yeah, I didn't have anything. I was just going to play bishop e4 myself, and I should have resorted to my touch screen when I was in time pressure. All right. Kian Chess Coach, please don't tell me you're one of these guys. Let's see some real chess. Not chess by the numbers. Kian Chess Coach was streaming earlier, by the way. with the pawn on e3. Let's get rid of that bishop before it gets too dangerous. Very unusual move. Take advantage of the pin. And we will also go after the pawn on d4.
Good at Amica Y.
Said. Hey John, hope you win the tourney.
Good morning. Happy days. Congratulations, I believe, are in order. Not entirely positive how much of that we should be saying out loud.
Good at Amica Y.
Said. Thank you.
What time yesterday was the big event, by the way?
Good at Amica Y.
Said. I won't be playing since I'm still tipsy.
That's a good excuse. You may still have your glow. Possibly you have your glow, I do not know.
Good at Amica Y.
Said. But I have to do a little bit of work on my free day by night.
Good at Amica Y.
Said. Bye.
Have a great day, Gudatama. Or should I say Momo? Alright, moment of truth, everybody.
Good at Amica Y.
Said. Just good Tama.
Okay. Let's reroute our knight to a better square. Just to make sure we don't get too awkwardly placed here. What in the world? That was a little unusual. And now for something completely different. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun, dun, da-dun, da-da-dun, 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 dun, 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 dun. So let's see here. What is going on? As much as I wanted to play rook on A to D8. Uh-oh. That's a free pizza.
Lorenja 33.
Said. Hello,
Or
John.
is it a free pizza? Maybe it's not a free pizza. I'm one piece to the good here. Takes check. Maybe the other one was better. Maybe the other one was better. Do we have a mate here? No, we don't have a mate here. But we are threatening to threaten. Must keep capturing. Highway to hell. Highway to hell. Attacking those pinned pieces. Let's go back for a moment to see what exactly happened in that opening. For example, I'm not a big believer in E3. So E3 and D4, not necessarily my first choice. I'd rather play E3 and B3 and bishop to B2 and perhaps F4 and keep the line for the bishop open. However, this is the Coley system. It did score well in the World Chess Championship. Dinglerin surprised Nepomniachtchi with this. So here, the idea is that we would rather play knight to e5 and follow up with f4. So there's no excuse for not playing the more simplistic knight on b to d2. There's no real reason to do this. I don't know if he was threatening to take my rook, but this presented some immediate problems. Queen to f3, knight to f3, c4, d5, queen to e2. I got a little materialistic, didn't I? Wow, twice I've grabbed, I'm suffering from materialism. After all, I could have just developed my pieces and threatened that pawn. Knight e5 was a question mark move. Whoa. What am I supposed to play here? Bishop d6, just threatening mate? And he can't move his f-pawn? I did expect him to just move his f-pawn.
Lorenzo 33.
I imagine since I'm up a pawn, that would be simple.
Mind trim-ups over matter Siegbert Tarash.
Lauren, good morning. Anyway, that's not how the game went. I thought what I did was quite okay. And then he forgot about his queen not being protected. So literally, he could have played knight to e4 here. They suggest knight to f5. Wow. What a move. I don't have much of a choice, do I? That's where most of my advantage went. I put my knight on an unprotected square.
Lorenzo
My opponent
33.
sort of blundered.
Said, I consider all these hypermodern doctrines heresy Tarash.
Iglukid.
I feel like
Said,
the other move
John,
was
your
probably
move.
better. Thank you so much.
Said, game started.
Rasputin. Igloo Kid. How are you, Mr. Alaska? I forgot what I'm actually working on here. I need 39, 40 more of those, 40 more of those. Let's get G4 in. I'm not sure if I think that G4 is a better move than B4. Having played both for
Iglukid.
countless numbers of
Said.
games.
Let us get
Oh.
the clocks the same.
You don't have to do that, sir. I will be picking up the pace soon. unless you already have a prepared line here. So our study material, our daily study material, has fallen by the wayside on our Discord channel. But by no means have I given up on it. Whoa! Not exactly what I was expecting. But let's just go for it anyway.
Nicodemonius
said, I bet you have a lack of GEF in your openings.
I do have a lack of that in my openings. There is no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. Can I play it that way? Or do I need to go the other way? Interesting.
Lorenja 33
said, have you ever played the pseudo master attack?
The pseudo master attack. I don't think I've ever actually played the pseudo master attack, to be honest. So are you capturing the way I think that you're capturing? Let's just develop our pieces as naturally as we can. How about that? Let's just keep it up. Keep up the threats.
Lorenja 33
said, knight f3 followed by knight g5 and sacrifice it on f7 regardless of what they do. It's essentially giving knight odds. It's called the pseudo mazer attack.
Interesting. The pseudo mazer attack. Let's just keep up the pressure here. After all, he does have a good square for his knight.
Lorenja 33
said, master haha typo.
Interesting. F5. Knight F6. They will both you acting on your best behavior. So now, whoops, did I lose a pizza? Oh no, I lost a pizza. No! I did lose a pizza, and I got mated. Yes, I got mated. Page 2, I might as well have sat out the first two games, getting warmed up. That one has to go down in the history books as one of the worst openings I have played. So here, c4 is the best move, in theory. For all the good moves, d4? Interesting. Stockfish is more objective.
Lorenja 33
said, one of the worst openings you've played so far.
Indeed.
Nicodemonius
said, there is also a Madonna Gambit.
D takes E3, D takes E3, Queen takes D1 check. Absolutely. I have the problem of Queen H4 check over here as well. You gods. So, Knight F3. Bishop takes C6 check.
Said. You pre-move NCNB like times in a row while singing Una Matata.
Una Matata? Una Matata? Maybe? So let's see. Bishop to E4. Sealing the door on the queen. That's what I wanted. Wow. Alright, I'll repeat this opening experiment probably. But I don't think anybody's going to recapture with the queen again. Knight takes D4 was the move that I was more concerned about. What a missed opportunity that was. So here, I'm enjoying my position quite a bit. And now,
said,
Knight to F5 straight away.
I have no idea what I just did.
What was I thinking? Knight F5 was more to the point. I already saw this particular position. And this one definitely has to go in my book. That particular position has to go in my book. Knight to F5. The problem that I had with Queen takes E5 check was that I hallucinated that you had Queen E7. I just hallucinated that you had Queen E7 here.
Nicodemonius
said, forgot that Una Matata is better known as Bella Ciao.
Lorenzo 33.
Really?
Said,
Bella Ciao.
Have you seen that parody game that mocks Nismodish? This game reminds me of that one.
Yes, I have seen the parody game. Not that I remember it. Logic, it is your turn, sir.
Nicodemonius
said, Master Chess Dojo, you gotta win more. I need that tie break.
Okay. I will try to do my best from here on out. Logic, you're up, sir. You know, we're both doing poorly here.
Nicodemonius
said,
is Logic
doing
awake?
Great so far.
He's definitely considering all of his options here.
Nicodemonius
said, pretty equal position, but you are up seconds.
I'm going back to the start. What? Logic? I'm watching him. He looks a little despondent. You are a good player. You just gotta go for it. You didn't have to resign. You might get a note from Lead Chess on that one. He had a valid argument that it is very difficult to gain rating points, but I think that we're all taking advantage of everyone else here. I believe that Ron Hay is back to work. He reached 2205, beating up on Logic. Yuck. Ouch. And a double rook ending, no less. No wonder he was despondent. But he had to have had a good score before that. We're both on page 2 at that point. Rasputin. He's a tough customer. Can barely fit the rest of ours on this particular page. The Well-Heeled King? How's the Well-Heeled King doing? He's got 2 out of 3 in 8th place. And Kian Chesscoach has recovered. Always play with purpose. This is why I don't play casual games.
Lorenzo 33.
I have a feeling that logic has bowed out of our
for the
event.
second time tonight, still over K Blitz 2.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said.
Good
Hi,
morning,
John.
Richie. How are you, man? I assume that it's Richie, not Ricky. As the pseudo Siri has gotten it wrong.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. I'm good, thank you. Yeriki is reserved for enemies.
Ricky is reserved for enemies. Fair enough.
Lorenzo
Let's
33.
give him a full pin.
Said. Heya Arsenal fan Ricky, good to have you back.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. Hello Lorenzo.
I don't know that Arsenal fan Richie has been streaming lately, but this is the best and the easiest way to find out. Arsenal fan is streaming on Friday, May 12th, according to his schedule. Mondays and Fridays. Frequent Friday. 5 p.m. my time, which is 11 p.m. European time. 10 to 11 p.m. European time, give or take.
Arsenal fan Ricky
said. Lorenzo, apologies for the issues before. I think I was projecting my insecurities onto you from playing too much online chess. Needed a break for a while. Hope you are well.
That's a nice thing to say. What in the world? It's very late at night for some of these other streamers. I'm seeing a couple on that should be
Arsenal
asleep by now.
Said. Master Chess Dojo, no streaming for me. Unfortunately have around Swiss this weekend. Perhaps my last chance to win an under section. Very excited.
Lorenzo 33
Let's go!
Said. Arsenal fan Ricky, it takes a big person to apologize for mistakes. Apology accepted and 1000% forgotten. You're more than your mistakes. Great to have you back.
Yeah, we all get moody every now and then. Trust me.
Arsenal fan
Although I
Ricky
think I may have avoided it
Lorenzo,
on stream.
thank you kindly.
I think I may have avoided ever being moody on stream. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Have I ever been moody on stream? I'm so evenly keeled that I don't necessarily know what it would take to interpret me as moody. I don't know. I don't think I've ever gotten that perturbed on stream. I think I got flustered.
Arsenal fan Ricky
Said. No, you are a very magnanimous person. That's why we all respect
Aww.
Lorenzo 33
said.
Honorary
John, you are an
Vulcan.
honorary Vulcan. You're so calm.
Spock was my favorite in that series, that's for certain. Between him and Scotty. I like the humor with which Scotty approached most situations, and that sort of reflects on me as well. I would rather refer to things as funny or illogical rather than upsetting. There was one person that said the N-word in the stream, and there was another person that may or may not have gotten me because we were experimenting with the is this person cheating or not, and
Arsenal
when I reported him, he was immediately banned, and then he came online with his credentials, and I realized as I looked at the game that we'd banned some.
Hope and relentless optimism of the series.
That is a good way of putting it. The hope and relentless optimism. A new life and new civilization. Searching for new life and new civilizations. Boldly go where no man has gone before. That's sort of how I feel with my chess as well. Always trying to play something creative rather than something absolutely proper. It's all for content. To a good extent.
Arsenal Fanricky
said, "It definitely seems to tap into the better characteristics of humanity. They do a pretty good job of portraying the negative aspects of humanities with the antagonistic species too."
Exactly. To me, it was more of a message-driven production toward improvement of our lives and our culture than it was of humanity, the improvement of humanity than it was than Star Trek.
"I've started playing OTB, by the way."
Lovely.
Arsenal Fanricky
said, "How has it been going?"
Lorenzo 33
said, "I have been visiting my local chess club. Haven't played any official games yet, just casuals and filling in for buys."
Lorenzo
Nice.
33
said, "They are in round 3 of an ongoing tournament."
Lorenzo 33
said, "I am currently undefeated there."
Now, against the French defense, the King's Indian attack is at its most effective, to be honest.
Arsenal Fanricky
said, "Nice. I feel like playing OTB definitely makes you realize chess is much more akin to a sport than playing online would ever suggest."
Indeed it is. To me, this is a real sport.
Lorenzo 33
said, "The skill range of the club is quite weak, fighty at the lowest up to around fighty."
And now for something completely different.
Arsenal Fanricky
said, "S are very dangerous. That S a good level, Lauren."
Just a simple threat. Uh-oh. What is my opponent up to here? He's stopping me from playing what I wanted to play. That much is true. Queen to d4 check. Bishop to d4 check. Takes c3.
Arsenal
d3
Fanricky
is weak.
said, "C would be charitable, definitely."
Indeed. Uh-oh. And now, unfortunately, something bad is happening to my good friend, the well-heeled king. He may have thought that he was escaping, but his pieces just were not coordinated. I was trying to express to a student last night that chess strength is very, very intangible. It is so intangible. Basically, the idea of being stronger than another person at chess just basically means the mental coordination that it takes. Checkmating his queen.
Lorenzo 33.
Said. Arsenal fan Ricky, I used to think that was very good, but I'm not sure these days. I don't know if I'm just being pessimistic, but there are so many mistakes in my games, my opponent's games, other people's. I feel so small in a large chess world.
Indeed. Checkmating the queen succeeded.
Said. King is a funny player. He has a lot of potential. He has really good ability to calculate given time, but I think his intuition is a little lacking due to lack of study.
Yeah, I offered him a lesson collaboration the other day when I saw him sack a knight on f7 for no reason. Interestingly enough, my father never featured very highly or greatly in my life because he had abandoned us when I was around 5 years old, and then he came back into my life when I was not quite, or probably just after becoming a teenager. And when I had moved to New York, I had spoken to him maybe nights before I was going to the Armed Forces Chess Championship. And he basically gave me one of the best bits of advice of my life when he mentioned that
Arsenal fan Ricky.
The only game that needs to be won is the game that's in front of you.
I played the other day who hung mate in one, but he did play very well for the majority of the game. I guess it depends on where you get people and what state they are in.
Indeed. But everybody can hang mate in one. Chess blindness is a... Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Kian, chess coach.
Arsenal fan Ricky.
Said. Kayon chess coach seems a good dude.
He means well. I'm not entirely sure he's streaming just to prove to people that, you know, he's legit as a player. But it's so tough to watch him play because he sometimes lacks some fundamentals as well. And mainly it's because he's playing such fast time controls. I actually believe that the fast time controls reflect the intrinsic knowledge that you have much better than the slower time controls, where you can talk yourself out of games as much as you can find your way through them. So playing faster time controls is not at all bad,
Arsenal
necessarily.
Said. I agree with you, you only have your intuition to guide you.
Lorenzo 33.
Said.
I mean, you may be lucky to be able to spend a certain amount of
the
time.
mountain of chess improvement is climbing from in Blitz Rapid to in both was a massive climb, and I'm now looking at the next goal master title, and now I'm standing at the summit of the first mountain. I can see with eyes unencumbered just how vast the next mountain is. It's making all the people at my level seem so small.
Very poetic, Lauren. It is true. It is better to do it when you're younger, ironically, because then you don't become so intimidated by the mountain. Aim higher is all I can say. Aim
Arsenal
higher.
fan Ricky.
Said. Every plateau seems colossal when you see it.
To me, it's just amazing that I'm better than anybody. Obviously, the chess strength is a reflection in itself, but I mean, I play so badly. I play so badly that it always amazes me when other people manage to play worse.
Lorenzo 33.
Said. I used to be intimidated, not going to lie. Now though, I'm going to keep pushing as long as I love the game.
And that's the key. Maintaining your love. I know that Arsenal, not to mention me, Arsenal and I have wrestled with this game, and it's overwhelming bit of knowledge to a great extent. It looks like Papa Chacha is struggling to hang on to his stuff. Oops. Papa Chacha. That was a very big whoops. I don't know if I'd have gone back there. I might have gone
My life
to
became simpler
G6.
when I refused to think of that as climbing an ordinary mountain. Now I think of it more like as of Sisyphus mountain, never ending and pretty much the same at all levels.
I would have gone knight E1 in that position
Lorenzo 33.
to prevent the king from approaching any
Nicodemonius,
closer.
great analogy.
Uh-oh. Not entirely sure what that was all about. And now knight C2, rook C3, takes. I would have played rook C3 in a heartbeat. This rook and pawn ending is certainly drawn. He's going to try to win it. Ye gads, folks. Ye gads indeed.
Arsenal Fanriki
Said.
And now we're
Nicodemonius,
losing.
That seems a good way to look at it.
Whoa,
Nowhere safe
rook
to
F2.
camp along the way.
Nicodemonius.
Said. I still want to become better and climb higher, but now there is no delusions about ever reaching the top.
Oops. And now white wins. Rasputin
Said.
escapes.
Arsenal Fanriki true.
Rasputin escapes. Good job, Igloo Kid. The lights have dimmed here. I've already packed for Baltimore. My next few streams will be from Baltimore, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. At the end of this stream, I have to switch over to the travel
Lorenzo
layout.
33.
Said. For me, I want to reach the peak I can get to without feeling like I sold myself short.
Lorenzo 33.
Said. Wherever that ends up landing, I'm happy with.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. Been reading a fantastic book on Sicilian Sozin written by Mikhail Golyabev. He is a fantastic writer. Have you any of his materials, Master Chess Dojo?
I think I have that book. Is that an everyman chess book? I think the only thing that I shied away from that book for was the fact that it had no complete games. It had
Lorenzo
variations.
33.
Said. Oh John the First, have a quick question for you.
I may have that book, actually. Let me just check it out. What's up, Lauren? Alexa, turn on Master Chess.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. I can't remember if it was Everman Chess or Gambit.
That's a good question. It could have been Everyman Chess or Gambit, yes. But I think we're thinking of the same cover. I think it had a yellow binder, but then again, many books that are published in the UK versus the US have slightly different bindings.
Lorenzo 33.
Said.
But I
Is there
vaguely
a modern
remember
player
it
which
had
I
yellow
define
on
as
this
post that
on
plays in the
this
same
on this
style of
area,
the classical masters Lasker Tarash etc., but encounters
or
a
maybe a
more modern
lightish
stray of
yellow
opening
orangish
Sicilians,
type
etc.
binding.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. Very impressed with his method of compartmentalizing the variations.
we are working on
Arsenal fan rookie.
Said.
Uh-oh.
Lorenzo, I guess Ljubojevic played in a sort of old master style.
This is quite crazy.
Arsenal fan
This
rookie.
battle under time
Said.
pressure.
With modern repertoire.
Lorenzo 33.
Said. Did
Need
you
to
get
check
that,
him
John?
away. About a modern player. Well, obviously, Magnus Carlsen really is Lasker. Lasker also had points of retirement from chess like Magnus Carlsen is experiencing now. Even though he was world champion, Lasker just chose not to defend his title for periods of time. And he does play very classical chess to a great extent.
Arsenal fan rookie.
Said. More recently, Topalov played a lot of mainlines with a very aggressive and classical approach.
Really likes that f4 square, but now it's so. This is a move that he didn't play before. He actually played rook f5, check king e4, rook to b4, and got driven back to the first rank. Topalov?
Arsenal fan rookie.
Possibly.
I can tell by your twitch you disagree, John.
About Topalov? I just don't know enough about him. I met him around 1994. Did not really hang out with him so much. We were on a
Arsenal
supper
fan
cruise
Mm-hmm.
rookie.
together
Said.
for the
I mean
Intel
romantic.
New York Grand Prix. Ah, now that I agree with. He definitely has a romantic approach.
Lorenzo 33.
Said. Can't hear anything.
Lorenzo 33.
Oh no,
Said. Got ads.
Lauren.
Lorenzo 33.
Said. BAC.
Back. BAC, I guess if it doesn't know what the word is. I don't know enough about Topalov, that much is true. I have a couple of books.
Lorenzo 33.
Said.
The one by
I was
Romanenko,
investigating the London as Black today.
Arsenal
Secrets
fan
of a
rookie.
Chess Coach.
Said. Was that while you were president of Marshall CC?
No, that was well before. The poster on the wall in the corner, Days and Nights in New York, Chess in New York, was taken, let's see what the exact dates were, since my boner isn't here. It was June of 1994. The end of June, at the winter, they had a tournament at the Winter Garden, a tournament at PC Expo, so it was roughly the 20th to the 30th of the end of June of 1994. Let me make sure that date is correct. They don't have the year on here. How crazy is that? They did not put the year on anywhere on here. I'm trying to remember if he was in this is the same event from that same period of time. Nigel Short, Romanician, Anand, Boris Golko is sitting off camera, Michael Adams, Gadakamsky, Kramnik, and across from Michael Adams is Tivyakov. I'm standing right here in the middle of all of them. The crowd of spectators is outside a glass
Lorenzo
wall.
33.
Said. Specifically the line that goes DNF NFE BFC ECX DXB. It's a super interesting line. I pulled up every master game in that line since and went through about of them today.
Wow. It's very good for that structure though. But I would say you're if black ever plays D5, you're in a Karo Khan. So basically, It's unfortunate that my opponent isn't here. And he's not online to message him. Hopefully it gets a warning message by message as well. Liza Orlova is streaming. Did not realize that she was streaming on Lichess. So I sort of walked into third place, assuming that Chessmaster 1500 does not get past
Arsenal Fanriki.
Papa Chacha, which I don't think he should.
Lorenzo, yeah, that S considered one of the modern anti-London lines. I don't play E or CXD unless C is played personally, but I can attest to C without D being viable.
Rasputin has better tie breaks if he gets by Nico Demodius.
I do play E, sorry.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. B, I mean.
Super Sri 99.
Said. LO.
Everybody knows
Drought
that.
007.
How are you, Drought
Thanks for
007? Namaste. We are doing our normal morning routine here. All of my 007 books are on bookshelves in the closet. I'm a closet pool player, a closet poker player, and a closet 007 fan.
Said. There are two ideas. One is to play BA and trade off White's light square bishop, then transpose into the reversed Carlsbad and play the minority attack. The other idea played by some Chinese players was to play for the E break with F, and some Russians play for E break with a Rui Lopez style B re then BF.
Lorenzo 33.
Gary Kasparov.
Super interesting.
Gary Kasparov played like a D6, C5, knight F6, and then later E5 break as well, in a Rui Lopez style. I'm actually revisiting a lot of Gary Kasparov's games from his fighting chess days.
Super Sri 99.
Said. Lorenzo, I totally understand what that is.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. The most impressive thing about the Golyabev book is how extremely well his ideas stand up to the engine. His explanations of strategy and tactical points are very concise.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. Super Sri.
It's true. That is quite a testament, given that that book was written in the mid to early 2000s. I think it was written around 2010 or 2011. At worst. 1980? Was it that old? Holy cow. That would be Gambit. That would be Gambit.
Lorenzo
Yeah, that is
33.
exactly the book that I was thinking of. It doesn't have a lot of illustrative games.
I am slowly drifting into Lasker's and Botvinnik's school of thought and doing your own investigations.
He is listed under Ukrainian authors.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. Oh no, my mistake, but yet a lot of games from probably why I thought it was there.
Arsenal Fanriki.
Said. You were completely bang on.
1980, but it was still Gambit Publishing in 2000. I just brought it up. I can get it for $13 or $9 used.
Said. Like, rather than study a book on the London as black, I just pulled up 1,000,000 games in a database and studied them.
In fact, the picture they have of the author, Mikhail Golubev, looks a little bit like Richie.
Said. Iglukid, nice one.
Born on May 30th in Odessa. Let's check my calendar to make sure I have him. Wow, May 30th, huh? I do have him. I don't necessarily know if
Arsenal
I chose
fan
him.
Said. Yet I like playing moves that are intuitive to you in response to standard ideas, then branching off and looking at what GMS play from the same positions.
His peak rating of 25.98, where he was ranked 151st in the world. His best single performance was at the Beal Open 1995. Although Bethune 2002.
Too bad GMS don't play B really often.
Fall 1-4.
Said. Hi Master Chess Dojo.
They just don't. It's true. Good morning, Paul. How are you? I'm so sorry that I missed Alexandra Semikonova's birthday stream. I managed one game by accident because I didn't get out of the tournament. I forgot that I was in the tournament. And I had to play it. I heard my phone ding as I was laying in bed trying to go back to sleep. And I picked up my phone, I played the one game, and I withdrew from the tournament. And I went back to sleep. Golubev. Congrats to Papa Chacha and Nico Demonius for the tiebreaks. Rasputin must have gotten you in the end.
Fall 1-4.
Said. When you hear your phone ding, do you think of Ding Loren?
Arsenal fan rookie.
I'm not
Said.
completely...
Nicodemonius ID. Imagine at least there are a good number of FMS and such who have played the Polish.
Well, I have the book written by a good friend of mine, two good friends of mine, Nick Conticello, who's no longer with us, and Yuri Lapshin. Play 1B4. And it's a little bit lacking in completion.
I heard my phone ding. I bet just a month ago it would have been I heard my phone Carlson.
Indeed. That is quite crazy. Alright, meanwhile, back at the ranch. We have to choose where we're going from here. How did Key and Chess Coach finish up? But at least we finished ahead of the well-heeled king today, Nico.
Lorenzo 33.
Said. LOL.
And the
Lorenzo
well-heeled king
33.
usually runs another Lee Chess event immediately after this one, so we should return the favor. Especially for all the times that he has supported my stream when I have not been here and I've not asked him to. Which is also quite crazy.
Said. Arsenal fan Ricky. Well, there are games, but you can get to really little amounts real fast in some weird lines, but still equal ones.
Indeed. Indeed. Let me roll the ending credits here. Congrats to Papa Chacha. I'm 4-4 versus Papa Chacha. Interestingly
Arsenal
enough.
fan rookie.
Said. Yet I guess that's a testament to the opening being viable than Nicodemonius.
Yeah, the orangutan.
Said. Arsenal fan Ricky. I hope you'll be rooting for Everton on Sunday.
Nicodemonius.
Said. Well, on higher levels, yes.
Indeed.
Nicodemonius.
Said. I'm far from it.
Arsenal fan rookie.
Said. Paul E. I want Deitch to keep them safe.
Alright, so we are going to... We're going to head over to the Well-Heeled King. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers and ciao. Thank you for being here. enjoy his next event, which he is putting up now.
Tie for the stream and tournament, John.
Cheers.